Good morning, students. We'll start with our today's lecture. So, in the last lecture, we had completed the topic formulas in Excel. So, today we'll be starting with proofing. So, proofing is this feature allows you to personalize how Word corrects and formats your text. You can customize auto correction settings and have Word ignore certain words or errors in a document through the custom dictionary. So, proofing is while you are typing or while you are editing some context in Excel. If you want to make some words a certain, that is, before you type, you need just to press enter. That if you type the first three letters or first four letters and then they give you a suggestion, yes, this is the word further, you can just press enter and that word gets selected. If not like that, what you can do is you press some dictionary words into your custom dictionary, and then when you right click and select that word, half the word which you have typed gets corrected properly, or autocorrect spellings. That is, if you type a wrong spelling, it gives you a red underline mark so that you understand that this spelling is wrong. You can just correct it with some formattings, or they give you an auto corrected dictionary word also. Customize auto correction settings and word ignore certain words. So some words are not there in the dictionary, some words are not spelled properly. If we type like that words also, your Excel can give you an intimation that yes, your word is wrong and you can type. If you want, we can see what features are there in the auto correction tool. That is, ignore words in uppercase. If you do not want all the letters in your paragraph, in your text, to be in capital letter, you can say ignore all uppercase. Ignore words that contain numbers. So if I'm writing any words in which there are certain numbers, that is in a particular word, that is if I type uh, popular, and in that popular word I'm writing POPU 3LAR. So 3 is a number, and which is inserted in that word, so that can be ignored with the help of auto correction. Ignore internet and file addresses. So if you do not want any hyperlink to be there in your text or in your Excel sheet, you can just tick on that ignore internet here. Ignore internet and file addresses. Next is flag repeated words. Flag means, suppose if you have seen search and find text, that is possible in Excel, in Word as well, and in PowerPoint as well. That if you want to search any word, you can go for that search option. In the formatting, just type the word which you want, and when you click enter, every time your that word, wherever it is, it will get highlighted, and how many times it is there, it will get highlighted in that particular sections. Likewise, if you see the flag repeated words, means if I have, suppose, word called and is repeated continuously somewhere when we write a text or we have a content, and at that time, suppose I want that to be search somewhere, I need to arrange it in the flag, that is in a sequence, so that whenever I'm searching, I get it in the proper section where I want. It can be any word, to just compare the paragraph, to check the paragraph as well. So flag repeated words, that is arrangement of words, should be there. Enforce accented uppercase in French. So if I want any words in French language, I can convert it into French. Suggest from main dictionary only. So if I have any application of dictionary, I can reciprocate to that dictionary, so that that dictionary can be useful for my content which I am typing. Custom dictionaries originally which my system has, which my operating system supports. If I want French mode, if you can see here, then you can just click on this drop down and see the traditional and new spellings which you want, which cases you want, or what formattings you want in the French. Then if you are using French, what dictionary language do you want? So now dictionary languages are different. They are British English, American English, US English. That is, then there is Arabic English also. So there are certain formats of English in which they are writing or typing. that can be rectified with these dictionary languages. You can just click on auto correction option, and these all things will be there in your auto correction formatting settings, which will be directly applied before you start working on Excel when you open every time new Excel sheet. Next is saving. So before saving, if I want some formattings to be directly applied to my formatting or to my Excel sheet, what I can do is, this feature allows you to personalize how your workbook is saved. So to save your workbook, before, see, when I'm saying that I want to save my workbook, then what criteria comes in my mind is, I'll just go on the save option and click on save. But before that, if my work is done and I have done everything, and when I want to save my work, but I want to save my work in certain format, I do not every time have to follow those steps to format those things. What I can do is, I can go in the Excel options, in the save option, and in that save option I have save files in this format. That is, if I want to give a default destination or a location to my file, I can change the destination. I can see here my actual user files are in documents, that if I do not give any path to my file directly moves to the documents. If not, if my mail files are there, if I am attaching a file in Excel, where does it go? It goes in the drafts folder. That is, and my auto recovery option, if I'm not providing my sheet, my Excel sheet, any name for saving, autocorrectly it will give the name book 1. If book 1 is there, next time when I'm saving, it will be book 2, book 3, likewise. And it has no comparison with the sheet. Book 1 can have n number of sheets, book 2 can have n number of sheets, so comparison of sheets is not there. The server draft location on this computer, if I'm using mail, if I'm attaching that file on email, so Gmail, whatever it is nowadays, so I can go for my file by default in the drafts folder. If I want to change that also, I can browse and change the location. Here also, if I want, I can change the location. Auto recovery, if I am working on certain work, that is on the workbook on my Excel, and suddenly your current gets off, and I have that file on my system on, and now because of the electricity, if it is not getting started, so when the current comes, that is electricity comes, when I open my file, it will give me an pop-up option, that is auto recovery, that whatever file you have been not closed before your technical error, what you can do is, you can go on the auto recovery option, just save the work which you have priorly completed before the electricity current was getting off, and that can save your operation. So you can set the duration, that is every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever it is, so that if anything like misleadingly happens, you cannot say that your work is just rubbed off. You can just auto recover it with these options. So choose the colors of your versions of Excel also. So here I have blue color to my Excel workbook. If you want, you can go with the prior version colors as well. This is also been allowed. Next is advanced option. So we have gone through popular, we have that is formatting, that we have gone through formulas, that is automatic calculations, we have gone with proofing, that is the auto correction dictionary formats or typing errors, we have gone with saving a document. Next is advanced. What do advanced give me? Moving the selection, from where do I can select. That is, second one is enable fill handle and select drag and drop option. So if I have a dragging and dropping option also, I can apply. Alert before overwriting cells. If I am giving an overwriting my cell, it is getting highlighted. So that is alert can also be given. So these are all the operations which are been there in your advanced features. Zoom on roll with Intel mouse. If you want to zoom, you can go for your scale which is there below on the right hand side corner, bottom corner. You can just zoom out your window. Extend data range formats. You can do text wrapping, that is if your cell is small and you want to fit some text into that, you can do text wrapping so that the cell gets adjusted according to your text which you are typing. Alert the user when a potential time consuming operation occurs, that is when certain criteria is exceeded over when you are typing or entering the data, then giving an alert to the user, yes, your data exceeding is there, please save the work or please open another workbook to enter the data. Then the next is cut, copy, paste options. Then show insert options if you want to insert some clip art, animation, all such things. Insert option buttons are also there, that is radio button, your normal bullets buttons and everything. Cut, copy and sort. Sorting is also there. If you want to go for ascending and descending, you want to go in the range, you can select the values according to preferences. Also sorting. Sorting means what? Arranging the data into a numerical or non-numerical format. Then you have print. If you want print in certain, when you're printing that Excel sheet, you do not specify that printing at that time. By default, if you keep it on a high quality mode, when it is getting printed, it will get into high quality mode only. Then there is display also below. So in advance, there are certain options, further options also which you can select. So why these all Excel options are there? Because by default if you select this and keep, when you are typing you do not every time have to edit those things. Once you keep on typing, these formattings will get applied to your data and you click on OK, that will get applied. The next is customize. Customize means, suppose in your customize quick access toolbar, these are the three buttons which are by default there: save, undo and redo. If you want some more buttons in your quick access toolbar, so what you can go for: calculate, sheet, create chart. These are all the options, more options which you can add. Just select, click on add, and that will get added here in the list. That is the use of quick access toolbar. This is the customize option from which you can select the data which you want. Next is a workbook. So when I am creating a workbook, I need a, like your Microsoft Word document. When you select a blank document, you get a blank document. If you go for surfing on the mail, that is, you have calendars, you have budgets, you have agendas, if you can see your forms. So these are the formats in which your Excel sheet will give you the outlay of your document, sorry, outlay of your workbook. You can select. Now here I have one option only, that is blank document, and see here my name of my Excel sheet is book 1, first one. I have n number of sheets, sheet 1, 2, 3, and here by clicking here I can add on also. So when I click on the blank workbook, I will get these type of plain worksheet, that is Excel sheet. How to create that? Click on Microsoft Office toolbar, click new. When I click on this Microsoft Office button, I have new option. When I click on new, I'll select this dialog box will open, the inside one, in that which I have to select blank workbook and click on create. My actual worksheet, normal worksheet, will get open. If you want to create a new document from a template, explore templates and choose one that fits your need. So if you want to go for any of the other one, that is not the blank, if you want templates, that is different formats in your Excel, you can go for that. If you want charts, if you want to buy it from online Microsoft Office formats, that is the current formats, you can go for that also. The next is saving a workbook. Once my work is done, I feel like that rather than Excel options here, these are the Excel options on the Microsoft Office button. But if you do not want to go for that, if you want to go for direct saving, when your all the work is done, you have two choices in your Microsoft Office button: save and save as. Save is to normal save, just show the direction show the path. If path is specified, please click on save and your work is done. If not, if you want to save that same file with another name and in another location, you can go for save as option. That save as option allow you to save that same file with save other changes into another location. That can also be done. So save as can be done, and save as again has same format, but the criteria specified for save and save as is different. So that can be done. To save a document, click on Microsoft Office button, click save. This is the normal one. Click the Microsoft Office button, click save as. The same, type in the name of the workbook. If you want to change the name of that same workbook to another location to be different, that does not mean first wherever you have saved the file that will also get changed. It will not get changed, it will remain the same. The other file which you are creating will get another location and another name, that will create a other copy of that file with different location. To open an existing workbook, what we can do is click on Microsoft Office button, that is this one, click on open. That if you have saved some file priorly and you want to open that same file, just click on Office button, open. When you click on open, they will show you the dialog box. Select the path where your file is and just click on the title open. The next is entering the data into the Excel sheet. When you want to enter the data into the Excel sheet in an active cell or in a formula bar. So there is active cell as well as formula bar. I will show you. So these are the cells, intersection of rows and columns, and these bar which you are seeing, the empty bar, because of the dialog box it's not visible, this is called a formula bar. Even if you select that cell and start typing in the formula bar, that will be seen in your Excel cell. If not, you can directly go for enter the data. Double click on your cell and start typing. You will get the data, that is you can begin the typing. To enter the data in the formula bar, click the cell where you would like to enter the data. Place the cursor on the formula bar and type the data. That formula bar data which you have typed can be visible in the cell as well. With this, we will stop here for our lecture. We will continue the next topic in the next lecture. Thank you.